We used to chase cool photos. Now, we chase meaningful ones. And that one habit changed everything. This video isn't about a secret trick. It's about the one shift that unlocked growth, voice, and fulfillment in our photography. The habit isn't a technique. It's a decision to move from imitation to authorship, to create with purpose. When you repeat that decision shot after shot, you're literally rewiring your brain for intentional seeing. Studies show that when we intentionally practice a mental habit, the brain adjusts, reinforcing pathways that support creativity and visual awareness over time. We used to think photography was about capturing what you see, but the truth is, your best work doesn't come from what's in front of the camera, it comes from what's inside you. There was one mindset shift, one simple question that changed everything for us. I'm Brenda Bergreen, and today I'm going to teach you one habit that will change your photography, and I'll back it with practical tips to take you from here to where you want to be. The habit is choosing to shoot with intention. It's the shift from passively capturing what's in front of you to actively creating with purpose. Not just pointing your camera and hoping for magic, but pursuing purpose over autopilot, meaning over mimicry, vision over vibes. It's the shift from shooting just to shoot and starting to shoot because you have something to say. That's the moment everything changes. The moment when you stop imitating and start asking, what do I want to say with this photo? What story am I telling? What do I want the viewer to feel? When we first started in photography, we made vision boards, vision books really, little portfolios of work that inspired us. It's a great idea to seek inspiration, especially in the beginning. When you're learning and you lack the skills, you have to have something to aspire to. But at a certain point, once you've practiced your craft, the photographer you aspire to be can't be found by looking at other people's works. It's found by digging deeper to discover the photographer you were meant to be. I can't tell you exactly when we put the vision boards away and started storyboarding our own ideas, but we're going to talk about how to do that today. Choosing to create with intention instead of imitation is the decision to become the author of your work, not just the executor of someone else's style. But of course, intention alone doesn't change everything overnight. It's not a light switch, it's a muscle, and it grows through practice. And that kind of creativity doesn't come from hustle. It comes from cultivating intention again and again. So how do you grow that muscle of intention? How do you actually go from imitation to authorship? That's where the intention to mastery method comes in. I made up that name. Let me know if you have a better one. It's the cycle we return to every time we feel stuck, aimless, or disconnected from our work. The intention to mastery method, it's not a formula. It's a mindset cycle, a creative rhythm, and it looks like this. Intention. Choose to create with purpose. Limitation. Constrain yourself to grow your vision. Learn. Sharpen your technical skills to support your ideas. Stretch. Challenge yourself outside your comfort zone. And reflect. Look back, evaluate, and refine. We're starting with intention. Instead of just hunting for a cool shot, we're going to define the story before we shoot. You can do this by simply asking yourself, what story am I trying to tell? Go further and actually storyboard the shot before you shoot. If you know the story you want to tell, then visualize the best way to tell that story. Sometimes storyboarding is better than just relying on instinct. In fact, practicing storyboarding and visualization will help your instincts down the road. There are some projects that Mark and I no longer storyboard because we have confidence in those skills or are comfortable hunting for stories in the moment. But when we have a new client, especially in a new genre, we still take the time to storyboard. Sometimes it's as simple as creating a shot list that says, I want to show the steam in low light. And sometimes it's an elaborate sketch of what we want to create specifically. Regardless, it's more real than those vision boards from the beginning of our career that I talked about, the images that don't feel like mine. Sometimes storyboarding gives us an intentional starting point, and maybe we'll nail that original vision. But what's even better is when the starting point is like a diving board, a launch pad for even cooler ideas that come up as we're shooting. That's what happened on this snowmobile shoot. It was a big job for a new client, and we wanted to make sure we nailed it. We made a media treatment for them with our vision. We evaluated their shot list and storyboarded things that we wanted to create. And then we set out to capture the experience. Start with intention, why, and purpose. This is where it starts. What are you trying to say? Why does this photo matter? Without intention, everything can feel shallow. So before we even pick up a camera, we ask, what's the purpose behind this frame? With intention, you start to think more deliberately. But to really shape your vision, you need limitation. This is where you refine. If you want to get really good, you need to challenge yourself. And one of the best ways to challenge yourself is to set limitations. This could be as simple as picking one lens you're going to shoot with. The reason to set a creative constraint is to reduce distractions and decisions so that you can focus and flow. So we start by limiting ourselves by choice, because limits don't restrict creativity, they ignite it. We limit to discover. A constraint like one lens, one light, one subject forces clarity. By choosing fewer options, we focus more deeply and creativity thrives. But once you've set boundaries, you can dig in and learn deeply. Learning technical skills with purpose helps us bring that intention to life, not just create pretty pictures. So this is where we sharpen the tools. Pick a skill that you're interested in learning. This is where you get to go back to the photographers that inspire you. Like I said, it's great in the beginning or in the learning, growing, and building phase. I look to new teachers in order to learn new things. But what we're going to do is take it one step further. Learn the skill, practice it, recreate the image, and then customize it. How can you put your own twist on it? At first, you might love the cool way that someone does something special with the light. So first you dissect it, learn it, recreate it, and then you need to twist it up and build on it. Make it your own. Add an element of something else that you're already good at. Maybe everything has already been done before. Maybe the idea you come up with isn't the first time someone has had that idea. But creativity is all about rearranging things and creating different connections. Just remember that simple is best. I'm always reminding you to keep it simple. Learn one new skill at a time rather than 15. This is all about skill-focused growth. Erickson's work on deliberate practice research shows that learning with feedback and nuance is deeper than blind repetition. Learning gives you a foundation, but mastery comes when you stretch beyond it. This is where you experiment, adapt, and stretch to find your voice. Stretching is where the growth happens. It's uncomfortable, but that's how your voice gets louder, clearer. So it's time to stretch yourself. It's time to invest in yourself. I absolutely love all the free resources that we can consume from our couches. I devour books and blogs. Those are great ways to grow. But I'll tell you something, investing actual money in an offsite learning experience is almost always worth it. If there's a conference that looks interesting, sign up. If there's a workshop someone you respect puts on, go. Pay money, invest time, and attend an in-person live learning experience. The content might be the same as what you watch on YouTube. The content might not be groundbreaking secrets you can only find at a photography retreat in Bali. It's not about that. It's about pushing yourself out of your bubble. Do something hard, new, different. Invest the time and money in your growth to remind yourself that you deserve to grow. The conferences and retreats that Mark and I have been on have been really big steps in our growth. Investing the money forces you to commit to getting something out of it. Surrounding yourself with other people interested in growing can give you that extra inspirational nudge. The community aspect of it is hard to create by yourself in your living room. I actually have an accountability partner from a workshop I went to a few years back. We live far apart and rarely see each other, but we keep in touch because she's someone who I told my goals to and who holds me accountable, and vice versa. I have friends from all walks of life that add value to my life, but sometimes you need some creative friends that can help you grow creatively. And speaking of which, you can always create your own experience. I went on a self-guided retreat one time with some photographer friends, and we taught each other things, supported each other, practiced together, shared meals, struggles, and challenges. More recently, Mark and I hired one of our heroes as a coach. It was a big financial investment for us, and so we had to push ourselves and let ourselves be pushed. No excuses. We need to stretch and grow into who we are as photographers. And while we're stretching and growing, sometimes we need to look back, evaluate, and refine. so that we know in which direction we want to grow. Finally, it's time to reflect. Why are you a photographer? What do you care about? What kind of work would you do even if no one paid you? Reflecting on purpose leads back to intention. You might be inspired to work on a personal project that pushes you further. It can help to look at your portfolio and pick your favorite images. First, celebrate them, admire them, enjoy them. Give yourself the old pat on the back and tell yourself you're awesome, because you are. Look at the images you shot that make you believe you have something special to offer. And then reflect on why. Why do these images mean something to you? Why do they matter? What makes them special? Journal about it, because it will help you identify your values, what works, what you enjoy. I know that many of our favorite images have come from personal projects. We did a yoga in nature series that was an absolute blast. We created short videos about why we love a road trip or an island vacation. What I loved about those projects is that I got to combine my love for writing with visual storytelling, which led us to publishing our ABCs of Adventure children's book. Check it out at the link in our shop. The more we allow ourselves to lean into the work we love, the more we start falling in that direction. It's the type of work we would create just for ourselves. So practicing creating that leads to getting better at what we actually enjoy and helps us connect to our why. But growth isn't just about pushing forward. It's also about looking back. Reflection helps you see what's working, what's not, and what's really resonating. We look back, evaluate what worked, and reconnect with our why so that we can start the cycle again, stronger. Together, these 5 stages, intention, limitation, learn, stretch, reflect, create a cycle that keeps your photography evolving, not just technically, but creatively. They're how to turn intention into impact. This habit, choosing intention, isn't a one-time shift. It's a path, a practice, a mindset. And the more we walk it, the more we grow, not just as photographers, but as creators with something to say. When you shoot with intention, your work becomes more creative, more emotionally resonant, more you. It's not about style, it's about substance. If you're feeling stuck or uninspired, don't ask what gear to buy. Ask yourself, what am I trying to say with this image? That one habit will change everything. So which step in the method are you going to try first? Let me know, and then report back how it goes. Or what's one photo you took that feels like you? Get started on step 5 by telling me about it in the comments. If you're looking to learn, head to our shop to get our travel photography guide and head out on an adventure, linked below. In the meantime, check out this video about building a creative practice. I'll see you over there.